Hey guys, it's Zoe, and today I'm going to be doing a very last minute April TBR. It's going to be a Magical Readathon TBR. It's the Owls happening this month, and I wasn't planning on participating, but at about 1 in the morning, this morning, I decided that I'm actually gonna do it. And I'm gonna do the most difficult one possible because it's me, and why would I do anything other than that? And like, it's not like, you know, I'm gonna be having a baby this month or anything, and I got a lot of free time on my hands, but he's due 13 days from now. I haven't done a bump date in a long time. Ready, set, woo! Look at that. That is, oh my god, a big fat belly. Holy shit, I cannot breathe at all anymore. It's fine. We're fine. Oh shit. Yeah. 13 days. Anyways, I digress. Draco's underneath the bed being fucking ridiculous. It's the Owls portion. It runs for the entire month of April, and this cat is insane. He got one of my bobby pins and he's just losing it right now. Yeah, it runs the entire month of April. I will leave links down below to G's video and all of the rules and instructions and prompts and all of that fun stuff. And I'm just gonna dive right into my TBR so this video is not a million years long. So, like last year, you pick a career, and each career has a certain number of prompts and a different jumble of prompts. Words are so hard, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, I am picking the career Alchemist, which is all 12 prompts. Let's get right into this. I have my thing here with all of my prompts and all of my choices. Where'd you go? Okay, so I'm gonna be going through these in alphabetical order just because that's the way they're listed here on the thingamajig-jog, bim bum. I don't know. Draco, Jesus. Most of these are from one series, and I will explain why when we get to that. But I've already started one of the books, and I'm about halfway through. We will also get to that later. So the first one is Ancient Runes, and the prompt is to read a book with a heart on the cover or in the title. And for this one, I'm going with Heart of Thorns by Bree Barton. If you recall back to my all of my unread books TBR thing video from December, I talked about this one, and I've already forgotten again what it's about. Mia Rose wants revenge against the people who killed her mother. Only women possess magic, and every woman is suspected of having it. Mia spends her entire life training under her father and his infamous hunters to kill a bunch of people. But then her father's like, no, you're gonna marry a prince, and that's it. You're just gonna be the queen. But like in name only, you're just gonna be the king's wife. And she's like, so day before her wedding, she's like, bye, and she leaves. Or she plans to escape, but then surprise, surprise, she has magic. And then she must untangle secrets of her own past, so there's gonna be a whole lot of intrigue. Friends darken into foes and logic begins to fray. If she wants to survive, she has to learn how to trust her heart, even if it kills her. Right, I didn't actually go through what each book was because I had 180 something. First time in a long time I'm actually remembering what this book is about, and it sounds really good. I'm excited for this one. And it's got red edges. I really love sprayed edges. I don't know what it is about it, but I love it. Then we have Arithmancy. I will never ever remember how to say that, which is to read a book outside of your favorite genre. Originally I was going to use this book for the last prompt, but then I realized it's sci-fi and I don't really like sci-fi usually. And this one is Heart of Iron, I almost said Heart of Thorns again, by Ashley Poston. Also purple edges. Anna, not 100% sure, it's A-N-A. We'll go with Anna. Scoundrel by nurture and outlaw by nature. She was found as a child drifting through space with a sentient android called D09. D09? D09. D09. Saved by a fearsome space captain. So kind of like Star-Lord, except not really, but kind of. Her android has been glitching and she's gonna stop at nothing to find a way to fix him, her first companion. Her desperate effort to save him, there's a quest to steal coordinates to a lost ship that could offer all of the answers, which is really actually probably just gonna fuck everything up, and it's gonna reveal a lot of things that are like, oh, people didn't want other people to know about these things, but now people are gonna know and everything is gonna go to shit. That's probably what's gonna happen, yeah. But before she gets to the ship, a spoiled Iron Blood boy beats her to the prize. So there's going to be a wholly unnecessary romance. That's what this is telling me. He has his own reason for taking these coordinates. He doesn't care what he has to sacrifice to get them, to keep them, rather. Naturally, everything goes wrong and her and boy go on the run. They become fugitives. Entire kingdom is after them and the coordinates, and not everyone wants them captured alive. What they find in a lost corner of the universe will change their lives and unearth dangerous secrets. Yeah, these things are gonna go to shit because it's gonna have hidden information, probably about whoever is in charge, and whoever's in charge, they tell people that, you know, they're the good guys and things that are happening for a good reason, but they're probably lying, and it's just gonna be a whole shit show. Can't wait to find out what actually happens. A darkness from Anna's past returns. A parent, maybe? Does she protect the kingdom that wants her dead, or save the metal boy that she loves? I swear, if the romance just takes over the entire plot and that's all it is, I'm gonna be upset. The next prompt is astronomy, which is to read the majority of whatever book when it's dark outside. So for this one, I'm going to be using Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This is the first book in the Throne of Glass series that follows assassin Selena Sardothian as she enters a competition to kill other assassins and the like, so she can become the king's champion, and then the whole series follows her journey. I have been binging this series. I'm vlogging that right now. I don't know when you'll see that video. Whenever I'm done reading all the books, who knows when that'll be. I'm gonna be reading most of this series for this readathon. So this one didn't really fit another prompt, so I'm gonna be doing this one mostly when it's dark outside, so I'm gonna start reading it later tonight once the sun goes down. And then we have Care of Magical Creatures, which is to read a book with a creature with a beak on the cover. Where did this one go? So for this one, I'm going to be using Tower of Dawn because there's a little owl thing with a beak. I didn't think one of these books was gonna have a beak on it. I couldn't remember because I just remember seeing Selena on all of the covers, but I forgot that this one has a goddamn owl with a little beaky boy. So this is the sixth book in the Throne of Glass series. As always, I'm not going to go over what this book is about because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who's never read the series, because that's just rude. Next, we have Charms, which is to read a book with a white or mostly white cover, and I grabbed the wrong book. Great. I'm actually really happy that I got these copies because this wouldn't have worked if I didn't find these copies at a Value Village, I think it was. This is supposed to be Crown of Midnight. Let's just pretend that this is Crown of Midnight. I swear I had it in my hands and then I put it down. Crown of Midnight, the second book in the Throne of Glass series. The other one, the next one, is the same thing but just orangey instead of blue. And then we have Defense Against the Dark Arts, which is to read a book set at the sea or the coast. And I didn't know that this book was set there, but there is a list, not a list, like a recommendation spreadsheet where you can go and submit recommendations for books that fit the prompts, and you can find books that fit the prompts that you aren't 100% sure about. So I wanted to find a book that was on my TBR that I haven't read, and apparently Viper by Bex Hogan is set on the sea or near the coast. I don't really know what this book is about. It came in a subscription box that I wasn't expecting. An extra book, I think, in one of the Fairy Loot ones. This is about 17-year-old Marianne. She's fated to one day become the Viper, defender of the 12 Isles. But the reigning Viper stands in her way. He's a piece of shit. He prowls the seas in his warship, killing with impunity, leaving only pain and suffering in his wake. So he's a piece of shit. He's a little bitch with his little boat, and he's like, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you because I can. And everyone's like, maybe don't be so mean. And he's like, gonna happen. And then Marianne's like, I'm gonna have to kill you, aren't I? Plot twist, he's also her dad. She was born to protect these islands, but can she fight for them? If it means losing her family, her home, and the boy she loves, perhaps even her life. Again, it's probably gonna be a wholly unnecessary romance. Not every book needs a romance. That's all I'm saying. Not every book needs one. I will reserve my judgment until the end, but I'm feeling it already, and I'm also realizing that the last time I filmed, I was wearing this shirt, which went up in February. So like, however, it's one of the only shirts that actually really fits me still. So happy 9 months pregnancy, not being able to wear clothes. But yeah, a fantasy trilogy set on the high seas. You know, if I ever actually bothered reading what this book was damn about, I would have been able to figure that out without having to go and get recommendations from other people. But, oh my god, it says right in the front too, Isles of Storm and Sorrow. Bubsy, you wanted to be in here with me. Sweet boy. What are you doing? The next book, or prompt rather, is divination, and that is to read or assign a number to your TBR and use a random number generator to pick your read. I had 169 books, which went down from that unread TBR video. I think I had 187, and it went down to 169. And the random number generator came up with 85. I'm doing this like you can fucking see what's going on. So the 85th book was, where did you go? Nocturna by Maya Motain. I never remember. Magic for All, yes. Okay, okay, I kind of remember what this is about, but not really. To Finian, magic is two things: a knife to hold under the throat of anyone who crosses her, and a disguise she shrugs on as easily as others pull on cloaks. She's a face shifter, and it's been years since she's seen her own face, but she likes it like that. It's fine. She doesn't want to see her own face. She gets caught by a powerful mobster, and she's forced to steal a legendary treasure from the royal palace or to be stripped of her magic forever. And then what? She's got to go back to her own face that she hates? No, she's gonna steal the damn treasure. He was just chasing his tail. I don't know if he's gonna start doing it again. He hasn't done that in so long. What a sweet boy. Anyways, we're just gonna do this here. And then to the prince, magic is an escape, but one that comes with a price, and he's first in line to the throne now that his brother has disappeared. He wants to find him and bring him home, even if it means dabbling in forbidden magic. So there's some sketchy shit happening. I'm gonna go ahead and say probably an advisor to the king or something. Maybe even the king, maybe even another brother, maybe the queen, who knows? She could hate her children. We don't know. We don't know. And naturally their fates collide, and they realize that magic can be other things that they didn't think, and then they release some sort of fucked up magic into the world, and this magic is hungry, and it wants to kill people, it wants to eat them. Like nom-noms, I don't know. But they're probably gonna fall in love too. We're gonna give him some privacy at this point, because he's a sweet boy. Next is Herbology, which is to read a book that starts with the letter M for Mimulus Mimbletonia, Neville's little cactus friend that pusses everywhere. For this one, I'm going to be reading Mirage by Sumaya Dowd. I've had this for so goddamn long, and I just haven't gotten around to it. So we're gonna actually get around to it. So the crown had been stripped from me, my face had changed, my body was broken. Not a slave, not a spare. My mother's daughter, I would survive and endure. Find my way back home. Damn right. You do you, sunshine. She's a 16-year-old dreamer. She dreams of what life was like before the occupation, and of receiving a sign that she will also have adventures and travel beyond her isolated moon. This is sci-fi-y? I was not expecting that. I thought this one was more fantasy, but this is seeming kind of sci-fi-y. But then she gets adventure. Careful what you wish for, sunshine. You did not knock on wood. It was not the kind of adventure she wanted. She's goddamn kidnapped. You got your ass stolen, taken in secret to the royal palace. And then she finds out she's got a doppelganger, which is definitely gonna be a sibling or something. She's nearly identical to the cruel half-Vathic Princess Mara. Oh, the girl's name is Amani. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. So this princess is such a piece of shit that everybody hates her, to the point where if she wants to go out in public, she has to use a body double. So she's gonna sacrifice someone else in her place because she's so hated. No, that's not nice. That's rude. Maybe, here's just a suggestion, don't be such a piece of shit. And then people want to kill you. See, just be nice to people. Peace and love, peace and blessings, you know? And then our main lady is forced into her new role, and she can't help but enjoy how beautiful the palace is. Also how beautiful the princess's fiance is. See, if this is becoming a story where like fiance actually starts cheating on princess with main character, I don't like cheating in stories. Even if it is for like, you know, fiance is horrible and killing everyone, like, you know what, guys, keep it in your pants. But then she realizes, you know, one wrong move could lead to her death, so probably getting frisky with the princess's fiance, the princess who's like not a good person, not a good idea. More purple edges. So that's all we care about in this world. Next, we have History of Magic, which is to read a book featuring witches or wizards. And for this one, I'm going with Heir of Fire, the third Throne of Glass book, again by Sarah J. Maas. Then we have Muggle Studies, which is to read a book from the perspective of a Muggle, a contemporary book. And for this one, I'm going with Wedding Tears by Trisha Ashley. So this follows Josie and her childhood sweetheart, Ben. They always dreamt of a life together and just, you know, rural bliss. And then Josie inherits her beloved grandmother's cottage and all of their dreams are coming true. But then Josie's childhood friend comes back. Now she's a wealthy widow. Did she kill the husband or did the husband just die of natural causes or something? I wouldn't be surprised if she killed him, but you know, I don't know if it's that kind of book. Libby and Josie are back to their shenanigans, just being best friends, and they're running a wedding business, and Josie's just loving life. But then her fairy tale relationship with Ben turns into a nightmare. So either he cheated on her or he started abusing her. Those are my two top options. Either way, he doesn't deserve rights. We don't like him. And then she's like, I'm done. I'm done with men. I'm done with love. This whole thing is stupid. I'm just gonna run my business and get that coin. And then wedding photographer Nate, no, not Nate. Where the hell did I get Nate from? Noah is his name. He shows up and he's a hopeless romantic, and he's like, maybe I'll get her to see that love is worth it and that I'm worth it and that we can have so much fun together and we can just fall in love and it's gonna be beautiful and it's gonna be happy ever after, and there's gonna be not nearly enough smut. I can feel it already. It's just there might be like one fade to black scene, maybe, but I'm going to be wholly disappointed with the lack of naked fun times. I've already accepted that, which is why for Potions, the next prompt, which is a book under 150 pages, I'm going with Beautiful Bitch by Christina Lauren. This is a novella from the Beautiful series. Ow, Bubsy. Wow. Oh my god, he just came under the bed and scratched the shit out of my foot. We're fine. This is set after the first book and it follows Chloe and Bennett, just a little bit extra after the end of the first book. And yes, there's a lot of smut. And I'm halfway done this one already. I love this damn series. It's perfect. I love it. Then the last one is Transfiguration, which is to read a book or a series that includes shape-shifting. And for this one, I'm going with Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, the fourth book in the Throne of Glass series. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Empire of Storms, I'm going to be reading at some point before I do Tower of Dawn, and then I'm going to read Kingdom of Ash whenever I get to it. Empire of Storms didn't actually fit a prompt before Tower of Dawn, so. Tyson's on the other side of the door. I know it, I can feel it, I hear him sniffing. And Bubsy just wants to play, but Tyson's not allowed in here with all these books because he will destroy them. That is the last prompt, the last book. I have 12 books here. Again, I am due in 13 days, so this baby could come at any point this month. But before the end of the month, I'm gonna have a baby and I'm gonna try and read 12 giant books. Why are most of them so big? Do I hate myself? Am I stupid? Probably, but you know what? Challenge accepted. I have audiobooks for several of them, so I'm just gonna hope that gets me through it. Let me know down below in the comments if you are going to be participating in this readathon, and if so, what career you're choosing and what books you're choosing for your TBR, or if that's just too much or you don't have a lot of time, drop some hearts down below, preferably purple ones because that's my favorite color. As always, to stay updated with my current reads and how I'm feeling about them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads, all at You're a Book Nerd Zoe, which I will leave linked down below in the description box. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope you all have a wonderful day and get at least a little bit of uninterrupted reading time. And I'm actually really surprised that I remembered all of that because it's been so long since I've said it. Anyways, I'll see you next time.